And welcome into a very, very special episode tonight. It is our 1K follower giveaway. We're extremely excited to be able to do this with you all here tonight. Here is what we will be giving away. It is the mystery box autographed football jersey. Do you want to read off the odds? Where did you find the odds on there?
It's in very fine print. The odds in the box: current players 1 and 2.5, Hall of Famer 1 and 2.5, a football favorite is a 1 and 5, and then the stated odds reflect an average of the entire production run. So no guarantee, but them's the odds.
Them's are the odds. Indeed, we have our lottery essentially set up right now. We will be giving it away here in about 15 to 20 minutes as we get more people in here watching. Remember, as you enter in, don't forget to comment in the chat. That way you are automatically entered for a chance to win the mystery box. Again, it's a hidden treasure autographed football jersey. We don't know what's in it. You all don't know what's in it. It still has the plastic around it, has not been opened, has not been tainted or messed with. So you just don't know what's going to be. So for the next 10 or 12, maybe even 15 minutes, we're just going to sit back. We're going to chat. Yeah, there you go, Timmy. Buddy, you're already in here, so we'll throw it up.
Here's another comment for another entry. Okay, I guess we didn't say max entry levels, right?
We didn't.
Entries,
we didn't, but I can promise you are on there. You're on it. Our guys from the AFC War Room, you guys are all on it. I know Cody was busy working, living the American dream today, but I know he'll try to tune in if he can. So we're just going to, we're going to interact with everybody as they come into the room and, answer questions. You guys have questions you want answered just for fun. We will be here for probably about 40, 45 minutes max today, talking to you all and going on from there. Bro, what has it meant to get to 1K in a year?
I don't even know if we can put into words what it truly means. We can say thank you. We can show and say how much we truly appreciate it. And this is just a small token of what we can do to try to show how thankful we are. But it truly means everything, right? Like when we started this, it was just another way for us to talk sports, something you and I would just do on a daily basis anyway, right? We never could have imagined that we could get to 1K and continuing to grow, but it's meant everything. Some of the people we've met along the way, turning into just more than just, fellow podcasters, right? Kind of turning into friends and then quote unquote like a work family, right? So can't really put that into words what it truly means, but incredibly blessed, incredibly grateful, and I'm excited to give this away and hopefully give someone a pretty awesome autographed jersey along the way.
Yeah, and as we get this pushed out more to social media right now to let them know we're doing the giveaway. Honestly, when we started this, we didn't think it would be something like this. I didn't expect 1K. That's not why we did it, right? That's not why we started our podcast. We obviously wanted to start the podcast in order to share our passion for sports. It just so happens to be we're brothers, and he likes the Chiefs, I like the Broncos. It just kind of worked out that way. So again, as you're joining in here and watching live, make sure you comment for your chance to enter into the giveaway. If I see you comment, I'll let you know if you're in it or not. We do have a list already. We'll share our screen here in about 10 or 12 minutes once we get more people in here joining. And if you have questions, and it's just a laid back, we're not going to talk anything specific. We're just going to talk whatever questions you guys have, why we started the show, where is the show going.
What's your favorite scary movie? Like,
what's your favorite scary movie?
Nothing's off limits, right? Like, if this is just a laid back, interact with fans, the followers. I mean, truly, this. I know we say every episode, this is for you guys, but this is truly just for you guys, right? Interaction leading up to the giveaway. Anything you want to know, sports, not sports. Obviously, let's try to stay away from, politics and stuff. But other than that, nothing's off limits. You have kind of a funny question. Shoot, if you watch this enough, you know that that's kind of in my wheelhouse. So we got an end. Well, which one's that for? We got two beards going on here.
He works from home, so he doesn't have to stay as like clean cut. So his is.
Hold on, I still think I'm okay cleaning.
His is still longer, but I've had facial hair longer.
Well, you're older, way older, significantly older.
Yeah, but again,
I'm a guy, so I think this is about 7 inches.
Says Austin.
Yeah, I'm a guy, so in guy measurement, that's about 7 inches.
There you go. And mine's I don't shave nearly as much as I used to, but I try to keep it somewhat. I work obviously with the public quite often for my job, so I try to keep it as low as possible. So maybe a couple inches, and then try to round it off a little bit. I am due for a haircut.
Oh, we got another question. What's good? You know what? Not the Chargers.
Bang.
Got it.
All right.
No, I'm kidding. I appreciate that.
So bear with us here. As you enter, we will add you to the list. So add. So now we're at 17. So again, if you're just tuning in, make sure you comment. Let us know you're here for a chance to enter. We're at 17 names right now. It will be draft lottery style. Everyone's going to have we went through, and we'll share our screen here shortly. We made sure that everyone has a fair chance. So whatever ideally we get to 25, then we go to 12, then we go to 4, 2, and then you have the championship round, and then we kind of go from there as we got more comments coming in.
I'm kicked out. This isn't the first time he's kicked me out of something, so I'm seeing a trend here.
So if you know Timmy, answer the call. Make sure you guys go follow him. Subscribe to his channel as well. He is part of the AFC War Room that we started. Episode 3 dropped last night. We had a good time. We did a flag football draft. Hopefully we get those results posted soon. We have more people coming in. Barrett, yep. You guys are entered. You guys were one of the ones who commented on the post the other day. So Cheeseheads and Bear Podcast, thank you guys for tuning in. Again, we'll do the giveaway here shortly as we get more people kind of in here. We're at about 8 minutes now, so we'll go about 7 more minutes, and then we will officially get the party started. Again, like we said, we had 17 names. If we happen to stay at 17 names, your chances go up a little bit.
Yeah, I think we'd probably go to 8.
17 down to 8.
4 and then 2.
4 and then 2. So again,
shout out to the Cubs. That's my guy. Can we update some odds real quick?
Yeah, so the W
Flying
flag.
the W. Let's go.
The W flag.
I do want to say the Bear down, though. Like, I hope they're happy when I predicted, what I say, 13 wins for them this year, 14?
You did. Micah and I were kind of like, and Micah was super excited about it too. Micah was kind of like, he didn't want to get his hopes up, obviously, for the Bears.
Yeah, he said the history of the Bears prevents him from getting his hopes up, but I'm all in on the Bears this year. Like, if I'm not paying attention and rooting for the Chiefs, like, I'm going to tune into the Bears.
And then, yeah, love it.
Yes, sir.
And then we have 13. That's bold.
Yeah, that's probably going to be my nickname down the road somewhere. Just then with that, I predict Chargers to finish last in the AFC West. So,
but I think you still had them going 8-9.
I did. I gave the Bears almost twice as many wins as the Chargers. What's up?
Yeah. Tim, I know you're loving every minute of this. Yeah, and then Tim's popping in here again. Yeah, I mean,
I'm a Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams lover. We always say quarterback coach combo is the most important thing, and on paper, I think they knocked it out of the park there. So,
go Chiefs.
That was more.
I
understand.
Who won Who won the draft last
I
night?
really enjoyed your flag football draft. Appreciate that.
Cody seemed to think it was him. Cody seems pretty high that his team was pretty much better than everybody else's. I know Cody was pretty happy with how his draft turned out because he got Genty.
It is hard to go against because I think he got Mahomes too, didn't he?
He did.
So it's kind of
And
hard.
Kels.
Yeah, so it's kind of hard. Yeah, Cody.
Yeah, Cody. Yeah, we figured. And, the way it kind of played out where he was able to get Genty, and then he went Mahomes, Kels, and then his receivers were pretty loaded up as well.
I just don't know what matters in flag football, right? Like, I just try to get the fast, shifty guys.
Tim, if you would have drafted Hampton, buddy, you probably would have won that draft. That's the only thing that's missing from your team.
Isn't it crazy Najee Harris was drafted but not Hampton?
Matt did. Matt took Najee Harris. He really did take Najee Harris.
To just throw some respect on your running back, I think I'd put Hampton over Harris.
Yeah, absolutely. Always.
Yeah.
And then, so what we did last night with our draft was it was AFC West edition. So we took players from all 4 of the AFC West teams. Since we are the AFC West War Room, we kept it strictly within the AFC West kind of parameters of it. And we know, it would have probably been a longer draft if we were doing full 32 teams as far as being able to draft anybody and everybody. And I'd like to think that if we did the whole NFL, I'd like to think Cody wouldn't have taken Genty first overall. And then who took Worthy?
That would have been Tim.
Yeah.
Tim had Worthy.
What round did he get him?
I didn't put the rounds. It was the first receiver running back that he took, though.
In my mind, I really wanted to get Marvin Mims with Worthy. But I know Worthy, obviously, him being, shifty. Yeah, so with him being shifty and kind of doing, Worthy and Mims would have been an absolute killer combo. I do like Matt and I's team. I think we drafted pretty good defense. We unfortunately got stuck with Geno Smith as the quarterback, but
Yeah, I was trying to go through backups once Knicks, Herbert, and Mahomes were taken. I'm like, would you take a backup over Geno? And then I'm like, no, I don't think there's any backups that should be taken over Geno Smith. So you guys kind of did get stuck with that.
yeah, and I think Matt and I were kind of on the same page where we really were considering Stidham over Geno Smith. But in reality, I think Geno Smith's going to have a good year. You have a guy like Genty, you have Brock Bowers, Jacoby Meyer, those guys. Don't sleep on the Raiders. And I know, again, it's all fun and games and stuff. And that's partially the reason with, the only downfall of the War Room sometimes is it's the off season. There's not really too much to kind of debate, except if you're my brother and Tim, who always seem to find something to debate about. But again, it's all fun. The real absolute roast and probably crap talking that's going to happen is when the season actually starts. I know, and we're not going to get too far into it without these guys.
Yeah, but I think Sleeper picked Jaden Royals. I think you'd be surprised nobody picked Jaden Royals for flag football.
That is weird. And I know you were pretty high on Royals.
I am, but when I got the 2 shifty guys in the division that I wanted with Brashard Smith and Troy Franklin, I did kind of need that size guy as my third with speed. So that's why I went Trey Harris over Jaden Royals. But I think in a fantasy football, Jaden Royals could be a sleepy, decent pick. I don't know if I'd take him because I know how Andy Reid is with rookie receivers. And if these receivers stay healthy, who knows? But I do think long-term, Jaden Royals, he'd be a really good dynasty pick.
Appreciate it. Yeah, Tim, you guys did get along last night. I know we said there towards kind of the end, we were kind of like, what can we say to maybe fire this up a little bit? But you guys actually agreed on something.
Yeah, we were the Westies besties.
And it's absolutely in a recording. The video is out there.
Damn, there is proof.
There is proof that Tim and my brother can, in fact, get along. And don't get used to it.
Yeah, we can't keep that up.
Don't get used to it. So, again, guys, here in about 2 minutes, we're going to share our screen, and we're going to kind of walk you guys through. We're going to walk you guys through the draft. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. That's the other part of the AFC War Room right there. Orange Crush News 365. That's our boy Matt. Matt's been in kind of a day one on our channel. He's been
Yeah, he's kind of the third Shovik brother.
he essentially is.
Yeah.
He was one of our first guests that we had on our channel. He's kind of helped us grow, kind of what we were doing, kind of helped us grow our following. If you guys haven't had a chance, go follow Matt on Instagram. Go find his YouTube channel and make sure that you guys show him some love as well. The dude can put out some absolute killer graphics, and what he does with his Broncos / AFC West. He does a lot of AFC West stuff as well.
Yeah, for being a Broncos fan, he's not bad.
And we got more. Yeah, man, we're always open.
Always.
We're always open to guests. That's partially the reason we did this. So we obviously have our solo show, which is what we do like this. We have the AFC West War Room. We're not only looking for collabs on the War Room, but we're also looking for collabs. Tim's always looking for collabs. I know Matt's getting ready to go on with Pigskin Frenzy again. So he goes on shows. Cody's always on shows as well. We're all open to having guests on our shows. DM us. Come find us. Go follow the War Room on Instagram as well and TikTok. We also have a YouTube channel for the AFC West War Room. Let's get those subscribers up over there as well.
Yeah, anyone who says Go Cubs has automatically got the okay to come on and be our guest on our personal show anyway. So absolutely.
Yeah, he's the okayest. Yeah, don't let him undersell you guys, honestly. And I said it last night on the show, Matt and Tim, what they've been able to do and what they've brought to the War Room, it's been outstanding. It's been phenomenal. These guys behind the scenes, and like Cody was talking about last night, kind of at the beginning, yes, it's fun what we do. There's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes. It's a lot of text messages, a lot of messages back and forth, getting agendas kind of created, ideas created. We want to interact with the chat more and get more ideas on what you guys want to hear us talk about. We want to know which creators you want us to try to collab with on the War Room. So we've put stuff out about that. We also want to get athletes on the War Room as well. It would be awesome to have an AFC War Room, AFC West War Room, and get players from those 4 teams on there as well. And then, yeah, you had this one. Dude, it was an outstanding question. I'm not going to get into it tonight because that's obviously one we'll save for the next episode of the War Room. Just know that was definitely a question. And I know Tim was we all were pretty stoked. And I was at work doing something, and then I saw some messages. So I was going through and I was like, oh, damn, that was a really good question. And there's other questions that we've had on our IG that we will get to on the next episode. So we didn't forget about you guys. We will get to it. So without further ado, be patient with us as we've done this on StreamYard or Riverside before. This is our first time doing a share screen on StreamYard. So we'll share it. Yes. Here. Share. All right.
I think you're going to want to remove Team 18, though.
So here's kind of where we're looking at. If you've been on our show before, you're automatically on here. So obviously Micah, Couch Coach Live, Chris, he's been on our show. We've been on his show. There's Tim, there's Matt, there's Cody, 3 guys, 6 balls, who are also a huge reason why we were able to get to 1K as well. They created the sports podcast group on Instagram that we've been a part of. And then the Cheeseberry guys, you guys are fantastic as well. You guys keep putting out great content. Again, like I told you guys, we love watching your guys' stuff. The Unhinged Unplugged, those girls are wild. They're crazy. Go follow them on Instagram. They have their own channel and then their own podcast that they do. They were part of our 3 shows in 3 nights that we did Super Bowl week. And then the NFL Playmakers, Media Moguls, Sports for You, Fun Football Guys, Sports PSP, Arlen, Tennessee Tough, Ohio Sports Talk guys. I can't give those guys a big enough shout out. If you heard last night, I was talking about when we first started doing our show, it was doo-doo. We couldn't get certain things right. We couldn't do a lot of things the way we wanted to. These guys have been kind of a day one as well. They've helped us out immensely within, they helped us revamp our logo our old logo. They helped us revamp that so it didn't look so crappy on the Instagrams and social medias. So there, we're going to take away Team 18. So there, and you guys can see all your odds right there at 5.9. So you guys still have it right there. Yeah, guys, go add everybody. So basically what we do here is we sim it. So you may see certain things, you may see where you're at, but again, we're going from this and we're going to take the top 8. We'll take the top 8 from this. So if you see up top here, first, second, third, fourth. So basically anyone who's green in these spots, you've made the cut. So we'll then take away and then we'll stop sharing our screen and then we'll get this cleaned up and we'll get back to answering some questions in the chat. But again, stick around for the whole show, see who wins. You never know. We might have a little special something for somebody. There's 10,000 cards in this house. We may be able to work something up. Who knows? So, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Chat, are you guys ready? Let's sim it up. All right. Micah, you're safe. Couch Coach finishes first. He's safe. J&L, you're safe. Timmy, barely.
Oh.
Matt, barely. Cody, third. He's good. He's good. Oh, Joel, you guys, you're out. Cheese and Bear. Oh, man. So the girls made it. Oh, man. All right. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to stop sharing my screen real quick, and then we're going to clean that up. So stop sharing real quick. So that was the first round. All right. So now I'm going to bring this back up. You guys go ahead and put some questions in the chat. We're going to clean this up a little bit. All right. So there's that.
I don't like this game anymore.
Yeah. Oh, it did clear all of it out. Boo.
I guess for 3 guys, 6 balls, we might get a redo.
I think they were there. They and them. All right, so now we're down to this. They were safe. They were safe. They were out. And then
The third one from the bottom. Oh, you just did it.
yeah, I did that one. So now we got one more.
Actually, I think it was the second from the bottom now.
This one. All right.
What do we get? 3 chances since there's 3 of us? Hey, that's fair.
That is fair. Unfortunately,
We make the rules. We can add them one more time, right? We'll drop it down to 9.
we'll drop down to 9. All right, so we'll put you guys back on there.
We'll add 3 guys back in there.
Now you guys are down to 2 chances, I suppose.
That was a fair argument. We'll compromise and give you 2 chances.
All right. So you guys are back.
No, you don't need it. Yeah.
So we don't need this one. All right.
Your
Okay.
your guys' negotiation skills, 3 guys, 6 balls, really solid. All right. But we have to compromise in the middle. We give you 2.
Yeah. Oh, man. Timmy, you didn't even add us until towards the end. You didn't have us on the original. Come on now. Well, that's fair also. But
That's why we compromise with 2.
that's why we compromise with 2. So they do have, this is their last chance.
Yeah.
So the first 2 guys, they're out. So Avery and Will, they're out. We'll give Joel his credit here. So
6 chances, 1 for each ball.
oh man.
All right. So honestly, what it was, the 3 guys, you guys lost your chances. Honestly, you guys getting added back was just from Mark Davis's haircut.
Thank Mark Davis and his haircut
Yep.
for you guys getting your one last chance.
Yep.
Again, we did talk about it a little bit last night about the clear cut or weird cut owner who has the best haircut in the AFC West, right? Let's see.
Pitch and
No, unfortunately. What we will do, okay, here's what we'll do. In the next we'll go 2 minutes. Put questions in the chat. If we feel it deserves it, we'll put you back in. Only one. We're only picking one.
I mean, if we make the rules, I'm pretty sure that was my Cubs guy. Now, I know it's the wrong sport and everything, but
That is true. We can think about it a little bit. But we have 2 minutes. So at 26:30, because I was at 24 and a half, it looks like up top. So 26:30, put your questions in the chat. Best question, we'll add you back in. We will add you back in.
you can even do best comment, right? Like,
Yeah, you guys, or comment, best
you
comment.
just want to be like, Chargers are going to get last.
And then
Ooh, that's a good question. I still think it's Jacoby Myers because I don't even think people think about him, but the dude finished last year with 0 drops. And I don't know about you, I'm not the flashy guy, but if you do your job at a 100% rate, I feel like you're pretty good. So
That is true. We won't get too far into the AFC West talk without our guys.
no, that's fine. It's okay. I'm sticking with Jacoby Myers though. Like that's my dude.
Ever?
Does that say ever?
I said ever.
Oh shit, ever.
Oh wow, damn. Unfortunately, you're still in the giveaway, but
Mark Davis's haircut or Tim without a mustache? I mean, ooh, Tim without a mustache. I don't know. I don't think anything's worse in the world than Mark Davis's haircut, though.
I can tell you guys right now, if the Broncos get to the Super Bowl, I'm going to be the most unbearable person to be around.
Yeah, I'm leaving the family.
I will absolutely crap all over everybody if Denver makes the Super Bowl. I still think they're a couple years out. I do think they get a good I do think they win a playoff game this year. I do think that's them. I do think they play better than what they were. They didn't play that bad against the Bills. It's just you can only do so much. Their defense did only so much. Some questionable calls were made. Sean Payton, obviously. But every time Denver needed to get off the field in the second half, they couldn't. And that fourth down play where Buffalo was able to get a touchdown in the back of the end zone, that kind of sealed it, right? It was a 4th down. You're right there. It's still a 1-possession game.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't feel that way. He just wants to make sure we keep his entry on our lottery. There's no way you think Broncos are winning the Super Bowl. It's like, I respect your gangster, but there's no way there was meaning behind that.
Yeah.
Rank the top 5 NFL stadiums. I mean, number 1's Arrowhead. After that, who cares?
Ooh.
NFL history? Damn.
I'm biased. I'm a Denver fan. It's obviously the 2015 Broncos. Keep to leave, Chris Harris, TJ Ward, those guys. And yeah, I agree with you there.
I don't know. It's before my time, but some of those Steelers defenses had like 5 Hall of Famers on their defense and in the secondary. So like some of those Steelers teams might have a word with you.
I think this is a good question, but we're not going to answer it.
Yeah, we'll get that. That's a war room one.
I think we're going to go with this one. I think we might put these guys back up. Just kind of looking.
Did we get more? We have to put him back in. He's a Cubs and Arrowhead person.
All right, so
we're adding the Cheese and Bear and the Pitch Grid Pod. Pitch Grid Pod mostly just becomes we become virtual friends at this point.
So we're gonna add, and then, okay, so now we're back up to 11. All right, and then that was.
I think a screen so far. I think that's Pitch Grid Pod.
All right, so let's put that. So, all right.
Once you get to be my age, though, you start trying to read a screen from a few feet away. Gets a little, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. He had me with the Cubs, and then he wasn't someone who said the Seattle stadium was better. So
I think what Joel's trying to do is he thinks since he's lost 2 lives and he has 1 left, he's trying to get the one back. That way, if he doesn't win this next round, we put him back in.
Look, he's trying to find all the loopholes here, and I got to be honest. Like with you and I running the show, it'll be a little. Dude, there's loopholes just every turn. So I mean, I respect what you're trying to do.
Yeah, we can't hate it.
It's our show, it's our rules, and if you're finding all these loopholes, who are we? So.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, if you guys want to debate who has the best comment in there, and then
no.
He's no. All right.
Your extra life went away with your mustache, Tim. If you find it, you get your life back.
Oh man, you guys. Well, True. But at the same time,
You're still a Chargers fan.
oh, well, I was going to say at the same time, we still, if we kept giving people lives back, we'd be here all night. As much as we'd love to be here all night, we're not trying to be, we like say the 2-hour episodes for the War Room, obviously, right? So we'd like to keep this down to about maybe 20 more minutes.
And I do want everyone to notice when we pull that thing back up, we didn't give, our co-host from the AC War Room any extra odds. Everyone had 140 listed on their odds. We're not Roger Goodell. We're not tainting anything. We're not favoritism. We're not refs for the Chiefs. Everyone had the same chance.
Well,
I don't know about lovable, but honestly, I do dislike Denver and Las Vegas more, but that's typically because they've been more competition. Like usually the teams you don't like are because they challenge your team. So that's kind of why the Chargers are just always chargered. So I guess you're right. Kind of the lovable losers, kind of the Cubs treatment, right? So I can get on board with that.
I mean, I've actually always been a Justin Herbert fan, even back to his Oregon days, Vegas. Yeah, I mean,
I do. Yeah.
And again, we'll talk rivalries next week. I'm not going to dive completely into what we're talking about on the
It
War
is my
Room.
least favorite team, though, so you're not wrong.
We'll save the War Room talk for when we get the whole squad here. It's fair. It's only fair that they're here to defend themselves and their teams, since that is their alliance, is with those guys. One thing that I do want to talk to the chat about here for the next couple of minutes while we're getting ready. So we started thinking about what do we want to call kind of our followers / fan group, whatever you want to call it. I think we found a nickname for everybody, and it's the Shovengers.
You guys want to be our Shovengers?
Kind of like the Avengers, we're the Shoviks. So we take Shoviks and Avengers, Shovengers. Chat, what do you think of the Shovengers? Scrap it? Should we go back to the drawing boards with it?
You guys have suggestions?
Suggestions?
Yes.
Yeah, the Shovengers. So he's always been a Thor guy. Right?
Always been a Thor guy.
Yeah.
Not because people think he's attractive or anything, but see, as long as I'm Thor, see.
Oh.
Look, they're the Shovengers, right?
They are the Shovengers.
They're the Shov, so they get to choose.
That's yeah. So we were just kind of like, what could be fun, a fun way to interact with everybody? Hulk, there you go. I mean, Hulk smash, right? Like, I don't know. Who is your favorite Avenger? If you guys are in, like, I've never been big on the Avengers. I've watched some of them. But when we were trying to come up with it, you throw some ideas around. Shovengers comes up. Shovik Nation, nah, not into the nation type thing.
I think one I saw was like the Shovik or Shovikites or something like that.
Shovikites, yeah, nah.
Sounded like too warlike, and I'm like, the Shovengers sounds solid.
So we're gonna go with the Shovengers, and I'll let you two duke it out. Who gets? I mean, technically he would get Thor.
He would, because we're technically not Shovengers. We're just the Shoviks. They're our Shovengers. They're our fans, right? So they're basically the reason we're here. So they kind of do just like save us and protect us, just in a like the podcasting world, right? And
yeah.
Fandom and interaction. So yeah, he can be Thor.
Unfortunately, I don't see any of you guys being our ScarJo. Unfortunately.
Yeah, no.
You can be Nick Fury. Yeah, I'm Nick Fury. Sam Jack. I mean,
I guess, yeah, no, I don't think anyone could be ScarJo.
Yeah, sorry guys. None of you guys are ScarJo. It's unfortunate. That's all right though.
I am surprised that the Bear podcast said Hulk. It's a little Green Bay Packerish to me if you're just going like colors and stuff.
That's true. That's true. What do you think, round 2?
Yeah.
Taking it down to 4.
Oh, yeah, because we were supposed to go 8.
Yep.
And then we added some people.
We're going to share it up. Share it up. There it is. As you see, everyone's got a 9.1, 9.1, 9.1. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you're within this box, congrats. Here we go. You ready?
Let's do it.
Oh, Mike is out. Couch Coach out. J&L out. Timmy, sorry. Matt's still in. Nope.
No Cody.
Nope.
Oh, so it's Unhinged,
The girls.
Ohio Sports, and my Cubs and Arrowhead guy. What's up?
All right. Can you remember those? Basically 4.
Pitch Grid, Ohio, Unhinged, and Matt.
All right. So we're going to stop sharing this real quick so we can clean it up. And we're going to pull up the other one. Again, chat, we're going with the Chauvengers. Give us your thoughts on the Chauvengers. So basically these 4. Cody was out.
Yeah. Ohio Sports.
Out.
Yeah.
And then
3 guys is out.
this is rigged. Yeah. No, unfortunately. Sorry, it's not rigged. You saw it. It's not like the NBA lottery, guys. Like, we don't have the Mavericks sitting right here waiting for, I'm just saying, we didn't trade Luka just to be handed the number 1 overall pick to get Cooper Flag. So, here we go. So we're down to our final 4. We'll give it about 5 minutes. Let's continue to talk.
Yeah, I think when we get, a bigger giveaway down the road, man, we just had a friendship end. Once we get down the road, I think it'd be awesome to get one of those like lottery Powerball machines.
And start listening to Taylor Swift music for another entry. Oh, don't do that to yourself.
Yeah.
Don't do that to yourself. K-State fan. What? Okay, what made you a K-State fan? I mean, I am intrigued to hear about why you're a K-State fan. And don't tell me about the KU K-State rivalry in football and whatnot. There was a time before us that KU was dominant in football. All right, K-State. We're not the typical KU fans. We don't completely hate K-State. It's just fun to get K-State fans riled up. Just like I know for K-State fans, it's extremely fun to get the KU fans riled up. Sometimes it's a fun rivalry. There's other times where it's just god awful on both sides. Like there's obnoxious KU fans that, quite frankly, I don't want to be.
Yeah, but we've had plenty of friends and family who have graduated from K-State and like K-State. So, I mean, obviously, as much as we don't like K-State, we aren't your typical KU fans. Grew up in Salina. Okay.
Respect. Played plenty and coached plenty of baseball tournaments out in Salina. I love that little sports complex out there. Dean Evans still there? Love that. I love that place. That was actually, I almost had my first home run there. And I also had my worst pitch game there. I gave up a grand slam. Brutal. Gave up a grand slam to one of the Salina Legion teams. The worst possible time, too. I think it was for our chance to go to a regional like semi or something. I got put in there, bases loaded for some reason. I don't know why. I wasn't a very good pitcher, but yeah, I love Salina's a good area. We actually were really close to going there. When I graduated college, Parks and Rec had a job out then that way. So
yeah, so we're originally from Kansas, so we get it. That at least makes sense. So we can respect it. Yeah, we're originally from Kansas, so we've actually heard of places like this Salina and whatnot. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome.
Outside of telling everybody there is another world on the other side of Kansas City.
Yeah. Here in St. Louis, if you say you're from Kansas, they just assume it's Kansas City.
Yeah.
Not knowing like there's a legitimate entire state on the other side of Kansas City. So yeah, we know it's literally the middle of nowhere, middle of the whole U.S., but yeah, people seem to think Kansas just means Kansas City.
Yeah. Yeah. So what we're going to do, we have the final 4. Okay. We go final 4 down to 2. Farmers are people too. Damn right. Plenty of family that are farmers. We grew up in the country. So again, we know all about it. So again, we have 4. We're down to our final 4. We get to 2. Unfortunately, you're a K-State fan, so they don't know what it's like to get past the final 4.
Hey!
Got it. Yeah. What do you got?
Well, thanks, Timmy.
Thanks, Timmy. I did enjoy yours, though. I thoroughly enjoyed watching your giveaway with the spinning wheel. And you you did it very differently than how I thought you would. And, it's wild to me how the crazy things that we were able to do with technology, and we're still learning. We learn week to week when we're doing our show, trying to edit videos, which we're still a work in progress on that.
Yeah, don't you remember my message when I was just like, how do you guys do this? And you guys are like, it's literally just technology, just play with it. And I'm like, I don't even know how to turn my phone on.
Yeah.
Like, please walk me through this.
Timmy, with yours, dude, you did it reverse. I mean, that's the smart way to do it. I wouldn't have. I would have I probably would have did 32 rounds and picked a winner and got to like 8. So each time it got to the name, that's who would have made it to the next round. But you did it the smart way, and whoever got you eliminated that person. So again, I enjoyed the hell watching it. It was fun. You were engaged with the audience, which again is our goal and why we do this. We're always wanting to be interactive with people. And even during some of our shows in the war room, we try to get as many comments and answer as many questions as we can. Sometimes we just get locked in and we just start talking, and we lose track of the comments sometimes. And it's not that we want to ignore it. It's just sometimes we're just so locked into what we're talking about that we're like, oh crap, we missed one. But again,
you had me where I thought we were actually going to put like a wheel of all 1,000 followers, which I don't know if you know that would have been a lot. So we did that was me, right? Like completely clueless on how life works. So yeah, no, everyone had a chance, but I thought it was going to be all 1,000. Sports PSP, like and subscribe to the podcast.
Thank you, Timmy. We got to that. Yeah, don't
do that.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
We know you're a Raiders fan, so life must not be very enjoyable. But don't
text and drive. Don't drive. Dude, we got it. Well, Matt's not out. You guys are out, but Matt's still in it.
This is rigged. Broncos.
It's not rigged.
I don't know. I'm a Chiefs fan. I had to live with every Chiefs win being rigged. So the chance that I get to say it somewhere, I just had to take that chance.
Yeah.
Take the opportunity to get there.
And I can confirm Matt has slipped no money to us to win this, by the way. So
it's an easy rig. Okay.
It is what it is.
I do want to say before we forget, just because we might, whoever does win out of the final 4, obviously don't just post your address anywhere, but just message us on one of the socials, preferably Instagram. Just message us the address. That way we can ship this out.
Well,
we need all 3 of you to do Mark Davis haircuts.
Oh, wow. Here's one. I do like this one. 2 things on this. If you listen to any of our episodes over the last year, you know how much we dislike Anthony Richardson. And it's not because of it's wild to me that a guy could take himself out of a game, and we could spend the next hour talking about this. But I will say it now. I am a big Panthers believer this year. They're in a weak division. I love what I saw out of Bryce Young towards the end of last year. After he got benched, he came back, and what he was able to do the second half of the season. Without giving too much away, the Panthers are a sleeper team of mine. I do like the direction they're going. I am a big Dave Canales fan, and what he's been able to do. And, their defense was loaded. So
yeah, I think for this, like, who needs to have the big year, I think from that aspect, it has to be Anthony Richardson.
Yeah.
I think Bryce Young I think he's bought himself a little bit of time with how he's been playing, but I think Anthony Richardson has to have a big year. If you've listened to us before, we actually think Daniel Jones might win that quarterback competition. So I think who needs it more is Anthony Richardson, just to save his career.
Yeah, I'm on board with that. Honestly, that's what makes it such a good question, is because both of these guys really do. You're entering year 3 for Bryce Young. You got off to a shaky start last year. You do have a quarterback whisperer per se, in Dave Canales, what he was able to do with Baker Mayfield the year prior before he got the job in Carolina. So, again, I think it's still Bryce Young. And the reason I think it's still Bryce Young is because he's probably going to start, whereas I'm not 100% sold that Anthony Richardson's going to. And unfortunately, with Mr. Irsay passing away earlier or within the last week, and I think his daughters are taking over, we don't know what it's going to be like now. From what I'm hearing is his daughters are a little more cutthroat than what Mr. Irsay was. And that's just, you read into it a little bit. You don't know what's true and what's not true, which is why I won't get too far into it before I don't give you guys correct information. That's not what we want to do. But change of ownership could have a huge implication on what happens, because this was Mr. Irsay, Pig, Crit Ballard, those guys. So, again, you just don't know what's going to happen with Anthony Richardson. If he's not a starter, do they try to move him? It's possible. He's still on a rookie deal. Maybe a fresh start could be good for everybody. And then let's go down the line here.
I'll take that one. I'm a big Michigan guy, if you've listened to anything. Obviously, KU is my number one, but I thoroughly enjoy Michigan football. I don't think J.J. McCarthy is very good, but the reason I do think J.J. McCarthy can do something is because of O'Connell. He got a little bit of work out of like Josh Dobbs. He had a career year with Sammy D. So I think J.J. McCarthy can do something, but if he can't do anything on that offense with that play caller, then there's really no hope for him, because it is legitimately the perfect spot for a quarterback. A lot of quarterbacks should be able to succeed throwing it to Addison and JJ and Hawkinson with such a great play caller calling plays too. So I think he can do something just because of the situation. But he's definitely, I don't know, you just didn't really get to see him air it out at Michigan. So, we really just don't know.
And to kind of piggyback off that, I do see a little bit of a regression from the Vikings this year, but it also wouldn't surprise me if there's not much, just based on Jefferson, Addison, Hawkinson, Aaron Jones in the backfield still, what those guys are able to do. And Kevin O'Connell obviously is one of those guys. I know you can put a lot of stock into what Sam Darnold did. I'm still kind of up in the air on Sam Darnold with the Seahawks and what he's able to do there, because now he's going to a different OC, and what's going on there. You don't know. I'm not going to say, I know some are saying that Milroe's going to be the quarterback before you know it. I disagree with that. But at the same time, you think about it, we always talk about coaches. Are they willing to keep certain guys in? Are they willing to bank their job on certain guys? I don't see McDonald being on the hot seat, unlike other coaches, like some of the Dayball. Like, are you really going to put your job in the hands of Russell Wilson? No, I wouldn't. But I know he's been getting a lot of the first team reps at OTAs. It's May. Don't buy too much stock into first team reps right now in May, right? Start paying more attention when you get to July when training camps start. Start paying attention when preseason games start. But again, I think McCarthy's going to be pretty dang good. Maybe not year one, but the more he's in that system, the more he's getting reps and more he's getting the chemistry with Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison and those guys, J.J. McCarthy's going to be just fine. So what do you think? We go down to 2?
Let's get her down to 2.
Let's get her down to 2. So we're going to share our screen again. Boom. Share it up. There it is. So look, everyone's got 25% odds. It's weird.
All right, let's do it.
All right, here we go.
Matt and Pitch Grid.
Matt and Pitch Grid. Boys, we got our championship game. We have our championship game. Here we go. So I'm going to clean that up. So we're taking out 2. We're taking out 3. All right. We're going to do it here in about 5. We're going to do it about here in 5. All right. Hey, that's fine. Be safe. Be safe. Be safe. Yes, sir.
Huzzah.
Oh, boys. extra entry. Man. Hey, honestly, this has been really fun. And honestly, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I thought I was going to poo out. We didn't know how it was going to go. Adding another tab into this. For the most part, it's been pretty dang fun. I've had fun with you guys. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed listening in. And again, this isn't going to be our only giveaway. We've already given out cards. There's piles and piles of cards down here with us all throughout.
Yeah, I mean, if you've liked and subscribed to Instagram and our YouTube, and you're kind of an avid sports card collector or like sports card, just send us a message. I got over 10,000 cards here. You support us and do all that. I'll be more than happy to send a thank you. That's what we're all we can't do this without you guys. So if you support us and you like sports cards, and you have favorite teams or players, just let us know. I'll be more than happy to send some out as a thank you. And as fellow sports fans, right? Like if you're a collector, you're a collector.
And again, we don't know what we'll do when we get to 2,000. We don't know. I know I was checking earlier. I think we're at 414 followers on X. We get that up to 500. Who knows? TikTok, those followers are going up on there as well. We won't always do a jersey giveaway, but that's not to say we won't do another one. We have the AFC West War Room that we're trying to get the subscribers up for there. We've already started kind of dropping ideas on how we want to do giveaways there. Again, I won't get too far into details without our other supporting cast here with us, but just know it's our way of saying thanks to you guys. What better way than to get hopefully a good jersey again? It's not been opened. It's not been tampered with.
We're so sorry if you get like an autographed Stetson Bennett. Like we had no idea. Unless you're a Stetson Bennett fan, then I'm happy for you. But we truly, it could be any player, past or present. So could be good, could be bad. I like the mystery box stuff.
And then before.
No. I say whatever I want anyway.
And no, that's how our War Room drives, man. We need you two going at it. Last night, Cody was getting it from Matt left and right. So again, Matt was just kind of feeling himself last night, and Cody just happened to be the Raiders fan, and he was catching it. So we need those. We need that banter for the War Room. That's the whole point of the War Room.
Everyone going to be catching strays. It's all right, especially once the season starts, right?
And again, if you're listening, if you're still watching, we thank you. Make sure you guys go subscribe to our War Room channel on YouTube. Come follow us on Instagram, on TikTok. Who knows what we have planned for future episodes on there. Again, it's not our place to completely talk about the War Room. What we can do is promote the War Room. We won't get too into details without, again, these guys are part of the War Room as well. That's why they deserve to be able to also have a say in how the War Room's going. So before we
insults are rated E for everyone. That was your style last night.
It really was.
Loved every minute of it.
We're down to the final two. There's one rule. Winner, don't post your address here.
Yeah,
come find us on Instagram. DM us your address. Second stipulation is we'd like to see a video of you opening. It doesn't have to be a live show. Doesn't have to be a live show if you don't want it to be a live show. We just want you a video of you opening the jersey, and I want to see a live reaction, especially if it hopefully, God, I don't want to talk it into existence. I'm not going to say Stetson Bennett, so here we go. But we would like a video of you opening it, giving us, just give us a shout out, right? Again, yes, it is to help promote our show, but again, without you guys, none of this is possible. This jersey giveaway is not possible without you guys. And again, like I said, if you haven't already, come subscribe to our YouTube channel at Shovik Sports. At the bottom, as you can see, Instagram, X, TikTok, Twitch, YouTube at Shovik Sports. We're also working on getting Matt and Tim to 1,000 followers on Instagram as well. Answer the calls, Tim. Go find him. His catchphrase, if you want to talk ball, he will answer the call. That Tim's great at what he does. He talks really good college football as well, not just the AFC West War Room. Go follow Matt at OC News 365. He's getting close to 1,000. I know he wants to do a giveaway when he gets to 1,000. You find all that information on his Instagram page. I believe he posted something not too long ago about what he wanted to do. And then
I honestly hope you don't win.
maybe Cody will buy it off of you. You never know who wins, really. I mean, if there could be one Raiders jersey that you could win as an autographed jersey, what would it be? Which Raiders player?
It's got to be the all-time great Raiders, Jamarcus Russell.
I personally Marcus Allen,
Oh,
but again, Rich Gannon had a pretty good run there. I mean, Raiders have had a good tradition back in the 70s and 80s, maybe even the 90s. Marcus Allen, yeah. See, I would be okay if it was an autographed Marcus Allen jersey. That would be really cool, But again, it could end up being like maybe a Brock Bowers. You never know.
I almost said Len Casper, the old Cubs broadcaster, Dave Casper.
There you go. So
One with Mark Davis's haircut.
one with Mark Davis's haircut. There you go.
That'd be a sick jersey.
That would be a sick jersey. That really would be. Well, boys, who's ready? We're down to our final two.
Matt,
Jamarcus Russell. Autographed Max Crosby. Dude.
don't you put that on me, Ricky Bobby.
Dude, Max Crosby jersey.
That'd be a little sad.
That would be really sad. 'Cause, like, damn, we could have just. I don't know. We have our Chiefs and we have our sports wall. I don't know if Max Crosby would. I don't know, man.
It'd be weird. It wouldn't fit. It wouldn't fit in with all the Chiefs and Broncos, Cubs, Royals.
Derek Carr.
He had some good Raider years.
Hopefully for you guys, it's not Aiden O'Connell. Ooh,
Large Farva.
yeah. All right, guys. I think we've waited long enough. What do you think?
I think we're ready to see who gets our autographed jersey. The big thank you from Shovik Sports.
Chat, who's gonna win? Is it gonna be Matt? Is it gonna be Pitch Grid? Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win?
Let's fix the odds.
How are we gonna put the odds?
Matt at 0.
Oh shit.
We're gonna start controversy, right? Like one of the co-hosts.
Oh man. All right, boys.
Maybe we are Roger Goodell. My bad.
Are you gonna boo us?
Boo. I'm
What?
pretty sure 3 Guys 6 Balls has already booed us multiple times.
Multiples. All right, boys. 50-50. 50-50. I mean, it won't be the first time we've been
Getting the Roger Goodell treatment. That's fair.
Getting the Roger Goodell treatment. All right. What do you think?
Best out of 3.
I honestly, I thought about it.
Best out of 3. Chat, do we do best out of 3 or just hit it and quit it? One and done.
Is it a one and done or is it a best of 3? Chat, we'll give you 15 seconds. 15 seconds. Is it a best out of 3 or are we just doing a one and done?
Yes. I don't know what that best of 3.
Best of 3. All right. There's one. There's one best of 3. Do we have any other best of 3s?
One and done. Well, shit.
Well, there's 1 and 1. 1 and 1. 1 and 1. What?
Damn, we got a tie.
We do have a tie. Who's going to be a tiebreaker?
Best of 3. Rock, paper, scissors.
Rock,
I mean,
paper.
that's how you do everything, right?
All right. Best of 3. Here we
Best
go.
of 3 it is.
Here we go. 1.
Matt
Matt.
with a 1-0 lead. Is this just put him first every time? Oh, nope. Okay.
But Matt wins. Matt, you are our winner. Congratulations, buddy.
Boo.
Congratulations. Matt, hit the DMs. Give us the Addy. Let us know.
I'm not sending it.
Let us know what jersey it's going to be. Again, guys, thank you. Truly, it has been an honor the last year of what we've been able to accomplish. We promise it's going to continue to get better. Hopefully. Give me my Gardner Minshew jersey, buddy.
He's a cheap now, bro.
So again, guys, we will be back next week with the AFC West War Room. Timmy and I got something cooking up for next week as well. Timmy wants to host a college football episode with another surprise collab. So we will dive into that as well. So again, from all of us, there you go.
We got some sportsmanship in the chat.
Good sportsmanship. We go back up. We got another one.
Which one?
One more up.
Oh, okay.
There it is.
There it is. Okay, look at that.
Good sportsmanship.
That's what we love.
Pitch Grit Pod. If you want a card, DM us.
You want some good cards, sports card if you're a collector or anything, let us know.
DM us.
We'll hook you up.
We'll get it. So again, guys, from the Shoviks, we thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. We hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have. All right. And we'll talk to you guys next week.